Hello and welcome, my beautiful, beautiful Capricorns. This is your general tarot and oracle card finance and career general forecast for July of 24. Each one of these rows signifies a week in the month, or you can take the whole thing as a collective as the energy comes forth throughout this month. Let's see what we have here for you, my beautiful Capricorns. Well, the card that you have is the future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. So tap into your intuition, that inner gut feeling, that aha moment, that epiphany that you get when all of a sudden this wonderful, exciting, creative idea comes into your mind and into your sight line, into your third eye. So this is about planning for your future, but not leaving your position where you are. So stand firm, keep your job, even if you're not happy with it, stay there because you're gainfully employed and you're making an income, which is imperative, right? So, but you can be moving ahead. You can be planning, looking for another job if that's what your desire is. You can plan on opening your own business in the future. You can plan on having a passive secondary income of some sort, but definitely making plans for your future. You've obviously had feelings, trusting them, Capricorn, that something needs to be changed. And you're planning that one little step at a time, doing your research. And know that the universe and spirit knows about this. They're giving you these little nudges. They're sending you these little signs that you need to know you're on the right path, okay? This is going to bring you prosperity at the end of the day. But as I said, stay where you are. Don't leave your present job to take off and quit your job before you have another one in place, safely in place for security. The Ace of Air comes in with this. This is the Ace of Swords. And this is about hearing about communication of some sort that makes you inspired. You may have to make some adjustments because often when you get a message from this particular Page of Swords, it makes you change direction, or it makes you stop and pause, think about it, to process it, and maybe possibly change your plans because of it. But it is new, brilliant ideas. And with your own determination, you're going to be able to improve something here. It could be improving a concept or a project. You could be taking an exam, anything like that. But this is about you're on the mark. So get set, go. You're ready to go on a fabulous start on a fresh new intellectual challenge. And the prospects are very exciting. And you're quite sure you have it all figured out. And I think you are, because you're planning this, right? So consider any unanticipated changes, though, during your plans here, okay? Because be prepared for that. Because often with this particular page, the news comes in and it might be a little bit challenging, but you need to deal with it. And it might be something that changes where you have to change your plan. So it could be something as simple as a phone call, an appointment, a text. Somebody comes in and they've had to cancel their dinner date, or the doctor's office or dentist or whoever says, or a procedure, medical procedure might change the date. And all of a sudden you were planning on it. You had prepared yourself and everything. And now you've got to change your plans. Okay, so it could be anything like that as well. But there can also be changes at your place of work, that when you go in and all of a sudden there's been some restructuring, or somebody's off work and you've got that extra load to do that you hadn't planned on. So you'll deal with it. But you are very focused this month on finance and career, and this is the card that came out of that deck. So your mind is already thinking about money, about your place of work, about your career, about the prospects of how it's going, and if you're happy with it, and the changes therein that you may have to make to move forward. The next card you've got is flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver the coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. So there definitely, I can see for some of you, there's going to be some changes happening. And it might, knock you back a bit, 2 steps back. And you feel like you're going 1 forward and 2 back. But I think you're very adaptable, Capricorn, and you'll learn to deal with this. It's only temporary. It won't last forever. So try to go with the flow. Try not to get all upset or get uptight when changes happen all of a sudden at work. It's never, ever easy or fun, but you'll get through it. So try to be more flexible, amicable, and adaptable this week. Or pardon me, this month. Well, this week of this month. Now, with that comes the 5 of Earth, the 5 of Pentacles, and we know that this is a card of feeling lack and loss and worry and, concerned about certain things. And it could be being concerned about money. Now, if that's the case, this card says there's resources out there, doors of opportunity you can go through so that you can find the help that you need. If it's money, you're going to go to your lending and loaning institutions, your banks, your financial advisor, your accountant, your bookkeeper, things like that, asking for what you need. Okay, so don't allow yourself to take on all these financial worries, if it's financial, without checking out the assistance that you can get. Like I said, the challenge comes in, but there are resources to resolve those challenges. So this card never bothers me too much. Now, you could be going through this. Maybe you are trying to isolate yourself and internalize these worries. It's not good to do that, because at the end of the day, the only one it hurts more is you. So don't be afraid. Don't be too proud to ask for help. If you're going through emotional issues, personal issues, if you can't find that close, confident friend who has a soft place for you to land and a shoulder to lean into, then ask for and seek out professional counsel, therapy of some sort to help you. This is about you adapting to something that you may be finding difficult right now. You could be moving on. If worst scenario is, if you're not happy where you are, you're going to move on. Okay, so some of you, and a lot of you this month of July are contemplating moving from one job to another, as an example here, or opening your business. So seeking out information, seeking out help that you need. You might be asking for counsel when it comes to your finances. Maybe you're bridging finance. Maybe you're taking out a loan. Maybe you're trying to adjust interest rates. Whatever the case is, if it's money, because it is the Pentacles, you want to move on towards some goal here that you need to know you have the resources to handle. Okay, so, or you could be moving on in a new direction for a new job or a new career. Coming in next, you have the on the table. So time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, promotion, or a step up. So, you might have to do that, some of you. You might be finding that, I've been here X number of years, I've done all this work, I was promised said money, bonus, whatever, and maybe you're finding they're not doing it. So you have to go in there with a closed door meeting and communicate with the powers that be at work. Okay, lay your cards on the table. Be honest, be diplomatic. Without being aggressive, you can be direct, right? So this could be, you going in there and maybe it might have been, it slipped their mind, or maybe because they're put on the spot, they're actually going to concede. Okay, so, but pick your battles wisely. Don't make this about a fight. Okay, as I said, you can be direct without being aggressive. Okay. Get your point through without being too demanding. Now, the Knight of Air comes in with that. And the Knight of Air is very fast-moving action. Okay? So it's about being motivated. It's about being determined. It's about moving forward at a quick pace. And maybe all of a sudden you just had this epiphany where you said, you know what? I'm going in there today. I don't care. I need to discuss this. I need to have a meeting today with the powers that be. It's a sudden flurry and frenzy of activity that's going on. Okay, so you might have to defend your beliefs here. All right, stand in your corner and defend it when you are there putting your demands on the table. So for some of you, that might be happening. Okay, but as I said, pick your battles wisely. Do not let your emotions get carried away, because words are things we can't take away, right? We don't want to sound demanding. We don't want to put out ultimatums, unless, of course, you have a really good offer coming in to go somewhere else, and you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, saying, well, if you see if you can get what you want, and if you don't, as long as you have this alternative option to go to, then fine. Coming in the last of the month, you got success. So whatever you've been doing this month is paying off. The path you're on will bring you success and prosperity. If you just keep going, lots of little steps take you a long way, and you're on track. So as I say, small wins are still wins. Okay, they don't have to be huge. A win is a win. So whatever you're doing here, the planning that you're doing here, will pay off at the end of the day. You're either going to get what you ask when you put your demands on the table, or you're going to leave and you're going to find that better job, which you're going to have Remember, before you leave. Coming in with that is renewal. These cards are amazing. So this is about getting a second chance. This is about self-evaluation. This is saying, you know, I need to be getting the return for my work. I need to be appreciated and respected. And it's like you start a brand new beginning. So the renewal card is the justice card. This is the card that says you've made a judgment call here. And you've decided that I'm moving on. I'm going in a new direction. And I'm only going to take those with me that actually want to be with me, support me, and they appreciate and respect what I do. And that's about moving on. So some of you may be taking on a new job, which will bring you more success here. Okay. You're on a path here. Obviously, you know, you're concerned about finances this month. You may even be to the point where you're moving on. You may have had to, there may have been a bit of a battle or a dispute, but you may have had to approach somebody, powers that be at work, and defend yourself about a situation. And at the end of the day, you said, I'm out of here. Okay, so it could be something like that. But the renewal card is a really good card. It's like getting a second chance. It's almost like you look up and you say, you know what? At the end of the day, this was a blessing in disguise. You've got star power. Don't ever forget that. Okay? This is about you promoting, marketing, getting yourself out there, and actually being respected and appreciated for who you are. Okay? Star power means you're sitting in that seat of power. You're definitely doing really well. So, end of the reading works out excellent. So, recapping this, yes, you're concerned about finances to the point where you might move on. You're contemplating it. You're speaking to the powers that be. You're putting your cards on the table. They may not agree to it. And then you're going to say, I'm out of here. And it will work out for your benefit. For some of you, this won't apply to everybody. You may get what you ask for when you put your demands on the table. But don't leave until you know you have another position to go to. Well, my beautiful Capricorns, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, beautiful, optimistic week here to look forward to. And always know I send you lots of love and many blessings. And I'll see you soon, my beautiful Capricorns.